You were so good in this movie.
Oh, thanks.
Like, it was very humanly complex in like a very real way. Not like most things I've ever seen. It's obvious what drew you to the role, but how collaborative was the development?
I was making another film in the midst of another film, and Jean-Marc offered me the movie, and I read the script. And initially, actually, I thought the first scene was pretty conventional in a way, and I went, oh, okay. And then it was that as it progressed, each scene I felt like I knew I was moving where I thought I knew I was moving into something. I like about to sort of eye roll at it. It just sideswiped me, and I felt like it was a totally unconventional way of approaching a scene. And slowly over the reading of the script, the whole thing felt that way. It was like, oh wait, there's a guy who's dealing with loss in a very unconventional way, and I loved that.
I was like pleasantly confused throughout the entire movie, like what was gonna happen from scene to scene. So
Same.
From my experience in watching your movies, I feel like every role you've done has been uniquely different from the other. Did you pull from any of these characters that you've played before in order to like round out this role?
I usually prepare a lot. I usually spend months and months preparing for things I do. And Jean-Marc was just, he just said, I just want you to show up on set. Every time I was sort of pressuring him for a rehearsal or whatever, he's always like, I'll see you on set. And I think as a result of that, I just kind of showed up in this strange kind of, I think kind of numb, a little bit also somewhere terrified way in a similar way to the character. Mm-hmm. And then we just explored together. We explored a lot. Jean-Marc's style is not very cumbersome. He's handheld, there's no makeup, there's no lighting. So you come to set, you put on your wardrobe, and you're working 15 minutes later, And as a result, there's just the feeling of process, like in his films.
So they did it was all natural lighting in this film. Who did you connect with most on set?
Well, I connected with my director, that's like, there's something, the main character in this movie, because there's sort of journeys through it with a bit of apathy, and Jean-Marc has, his expertise really, I think, is, journeying through the mind of a character. If you see a movie like Café de Flore or Crazy or Dallas Buyers Club, a little less so, or Wild, you kind of move through their minds, and so he's constantly kind of in the internal world of a character. And I knew somewhere that we had to work in tandem if I wasn't going to be a character who was, emoting so much. Mm-hmm. And somehow the visuals were going to do that for me. Mm-hmm. So our connection was really, really important through, pretty much every scene and every step of the way.
Great job. Thank you so much for your time.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey!